there, Year 3, it's Miss Hutt here, and I'm here today to go through your English activity, and I thought it might be worth explaining and giving you a bit of a modelled example on what your Year 3 teachers are looking for. So you've just read your little extract from The Secret Garden, and you have been asked today, your task, you've been given lots of pictures of some very overgrown gardens. Now it says here, you need to write a short description of one or more of the gardens. Remember to use interesting adjectives. So the key activity here is to use adjectives for description. I know in Year 2 we did lots of descriptive pieces, and I know lots of you used some lovely language. On the next slide, we have some adjectives that might be useful. So I have taken a couple of the pictures from this page onto the next slide. So let's go over. And here. So the adjectives to get you started, we've got overgrown, rusty, broken, dirty, untidy, worn, thick and wild. Now remember, an adjective is a describing word. And I wonder if you can remember what we call it when you've got more than one adjective to describe one noun. So if I said the hard, smooth table, do you remember what that's called? It's called a noun phrase, because you're using a phrase to describe the noun. So we're going to have a little look at this one. I'm actually going to just choose one, but I've selected both pictures just to get my ideas going. Now, I need to think about how I'm going to start it, and I'm going to imagine I'm going to be writing in the first person, so me. I am going to be stepping into the garden. So I need to imagine and create a picture in my readers' heads on what I want them to see. So I'm going to start off with I. So now I'm going to use this picture down here. I think there's some interesting looking sheds. So I'm going to imagine I've stepped into the garden. So what might I use to get into the garden? Sometimes gardens have gates. So I stepped, or actually I'm going to use an adverb there. I carefully, to show it's a little bit uneven, that path, I carefully stepped, double puff, because you've got an F at the end. I carefully stepped into the overgrown, I'm going to use the first one, the overgrown, what can I use? I carefully stepped into the overgrown area, and around me I saw, so here is where I can now get in a noun phrase. So what could you see? So around me, think about, I'm going to look at the trees first. The trees are going to be my first noun. And I saw wild. Now if I'm going to put a noun phrase here, I'm going to use a comma to list my adjectives. Wild. Now what do the tree's branches look like? They almost look like arms. So what do you think they might be doing? Wild, clawing. Trees. And if they're quite tall, what might they look like they're doing over me? Their trees are really tall. I'm actually going to use, and I saw wild clawing trees towering, bit of alliteration as well there, towering over me, like, and I'm going to use a simile here. What might tower over you? Now I'm just going to pause and reread it to make sure that I'm happy with what I've written. I carefully stepped into the overgrown area. I'm not sure about the word area, so I think I might need to use a bit of a clearer noun, but I'll come back to that in a second. And around me I saw wild, clawing trees towering over me like giants. I might add in another adjective here, like wise giants, old giants, like old old giants, and it's okay to add an extra bits for a bit of editing here as well. So I'm now going to think about all the shrubbery I can see, so shrubs, which are the small plants. So I'm going to now continue my journey, so moving along the twisting, so twisting because I'm imagining the path is not very clear, moving along the twisting, comma, winding path, there were. Now let's have a look. Untidy, maybe untidy, shrubs, growing, growing on the mossy, I'm thinking of the floor, mossy, damp, comma, forgot my comma there, floor. Or actually, instead of floor, I'm going to change that to earth. Okay. So I'm going to reread this sentence now to make sure I'm happy with it. Moving along. Oh, I've missed out there. Good job, I checked it. See? Moving along the twisting, winding path, there were untidy shrubs growing on the mossy, damp earth. So I've used a couple more adjectives here. Now I'm not going to do any more because I'm going to let you carry on. But I wonder if you can think of another word for my word area here. What could I use instead? And I'll leave that to maybe some of you can let me know on what I could use there. But this is my little descriptive piece. I would love to see what you come up with. Help paint a picture in my mind. Send me some of your work over. I'd love to imagine your overgrown gardens. I hope you enjoy and have a lovely day, Year 3s. Bye-bye.